It is true that if, in fact, diplomacy fails, what I've asked my team to do is to look at all options. What other means can we put in place to change Mr. Putin's calculus? And the possibility of lethal defensive weapons is one of those options that's being examined.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back. And joining us right now is Major General Vallely, of course, retired U.S. Army and founder of Stand Up America. General, what do you make of what the president said today before we get to the situation as it exists on the ground? What do you make of what the president, there was every indication from reports that we were ready to give lethal weapons to Ukraine to defend against the Russian rebels. And now apparently Merkel has, it looks like, talked him out of that, pending diplomacy.
Well, echoing just what's gone on in the last 6 years, let's give diplomacy a chance. Let's give it a chance in Iran. Let's give it a chance in Moscow. How naive. Putin's playing hardball here. He's being aggressive, as you know, Steve, not only in Ukraine, but also now in Cairo and also in Cyprus. So lots going on, but we need to help Ukraine and put something together along with France and Germany to give them some capability, because they are really disintegrating each and every day there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So what I mean, do you think, as we're hearing now, that it's possible that, especially if we give Ukraine arms and ratchet up the military side of it, that not to say that we'd be wrong, I didn't mean to say that by ratchet up, but do you think Putin would resort to air support?
Oh, I think Putin's got his plan right in order, and he would be prepared in case any of the NATO countries would come together and to conduct any kind of offensive operations other than, military aid, military support, weapons, ammunition, medical, intelligence. There's a lot of things the West can provide Ukraine right now, and they're not doing it to any great degree. That's why the seriousness of the situation continues to increase, because Ukraine gets weaker as Putin gets stronger and more aggressive.
So ultimately, what should the United States do here? I mean, should they, should we ignore, Merkel and the others who met with Putin and stick to diplomacy and give them weapons, or should we acquiesce to our quote unquote allies?
Well, you gotta lose the word diplomacy now. As I said, psychologically, Putin's going to reject that and do what he wants to. You have to take positive action, and that's why NATO should be responding to this. In addition to the United States, Germany, and France, they need to be unified. Of course, that's what Angela Merkel and President Holland tried to do last week in Germany when they met. So they're trying to get some unification to look strong in the face of Putin, but they're looking very weak right now. They're trying to coordinate a meeting in Minsk next week, Steve, which would show a consolidation or unification of the United States, France, and Germany. But again, they're trying to pursue diplomatic courses, and it's not going to work with Putin.
Yeah. All right. Let me ask you, Brian Williams has reportedly given an interview to Stars and Stripes magazine. They were the ones that really broke the whole controversy regarding his statements on the helicopter, etc. Is there anything he could say at this point, do you think, with regard to the military to lessen the strain of the relationship between him and the military?
Not much he can do at this point in time, Steve. Once your credibility is shot and your respect, especially from the military now, and of course it's all over the country, it's all over television, I don't think NBC will put him back on the air, though he's taking a leave of absence. So I can see him fading away and being removed to come back maybe another day if he so decides. But I think he's dead in the water right now as far as the media is concerned.
Yeah. All right, and just so you know, CNN's reporting that interview took place the day before he went on and made the apology, and so there, he gave a false apology of sorts, and the author of the article in Sergeant Stripes is saying to CNN that basically he didn't understand, he didn't understand what the problem was. So it's not going to be a groundbreaking, earth-shattering interview where Brian Williams is doing a mea culpa by any stretch of the imagination. Apparently, from the initial reports here on CNN with the author of the article. General, always appreciate talking to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, Steve. Thank you again.
Take care. All right, folks. When we come back, Emmy Award-winning journalist, former CBS News correspondent Sharyl Attkisson will be here. We'll talk to her about Brian Williams and how it affects Hillary. Don't miss that. Don't go away.